discussing about the alcohols and phenols and ethers chapter. In that, in our last video, we have discussed about the cleavage of the bonds in the alcohols, and today we are going to discuss about the chemical reactions of the alcohols involving OH bond cleavage. Here, the reactions which we are discussing here, those involves the cleavage or breaking of the OH bond was going to be takes place. So, before going to the chemical reactions, I want to tell you that the alcohols acts as a weak acid. Alcohols acts as a weak acid. See here, this is the general formula of the alcohol, that is ROH is the general formula of the alcohol. Whenever there is a bond will going to be cleave or it will going to break, here means that is we are talking about the OH bond cleavage. So, what happens during that time? There is a formation of the RO minus and H plus and H plus as the alcohols releases the proton, as alcohols releases the proton or this acts as a proton donors. That is why the alcohols acts as a acid. Alcohols acts as acid. Are you getting what I am exactly telling? See here, whenever there is a bond will going to be cleave in between the oxygen and hydrogen, what happens? H plus is removed and these electrons which are involving in this bond are shifted towards the oxygen. There is a formation of the alkoxide, this is nothing but the alkoxide along with the release of the proton H plus. The release of the H plus indicates what? That is the release of the proton indicates alcohols acts as a acid, and these are the weak acids. So, alcohols are the weak acids. Clear? So, let us talk with the reaction with metals. Whenever the alcohols and phenols react with the metal, what will be the product? See here, alcohols or phenols, whenever these are treated with the metals like sodium, potassium, aluminum, there is a formation of the respective alkoxide with the release of the hydrogen, with the release of the hydrogen. So, might be you are learnt whenever the alcohols and phenols acts as acid, whenever any acid reacted with the metal means there is a release of the hydrogen definitely. Okay. So, our alcohols and phenols acts as acids. When these will going to react with the metal, there is a formation of the respective alkoxide with the release of the hydrogen, with the release of the hydrogen. So, let me tell you by taking the general formula, ROH is the alcohol. So, whenever this alcohol is treated with a sodium metal, whenever this alcohol is treated with a sodium metal, what I said you, there is a definitely release of the hydrogen H2, make it released, and then 2 H2 is there. So, for in order to balance it, I have took 2 here and then here also. So, this bond is broken, H2 is released. What else remained? RONA. Okay. 2 are here also 2 for the balancing purpose. Okay. So, what is formed? Sodium. This content I said you, this is alkoxide. What is attached to this one? Sodium. Sodium alkoxide. Sodium alkoxide is formed. Here OH bond is broken. So, alcohol is treated with the sodium metal, there is a formation of the sodium alkoxide with the release of the hydrogen. Clear? So, particularly if I took one more example, particularly let us take tertiary butyl alcohol. Okay. So, tertiary butyl alcohol is treated with the metal like aluminum, it is treated with the metal like aluminum, during that time what happens? See here, as I said you, H2 is released, H2 is released. So, what else remained here? CH3, 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 O, oxygen, and for this aluminum is attached, for this aluminum is attached. So, in order to balance it, you have to take the, just count the number, 2 hydrogens are released here. So, here how many hydrogens are there? In order to balance it, I will make it balancing, this content will be 2, here it will be 3 times, it means 2 3s are, here it will be 6 times. Okay. And what about aluminum? 2 aluminum, because 2 aluminum here and here 2 aluminum, and in order to balance the hydrogen you have to take here one more time 3. So, this is aluminum tertiary butoxide, aluminum tertiary butoxide is formed. Just you cross check the balance. So, whenever tertiary butyl alcohol, here OH bond is broken, again OH bond is broken here and H2 is released, H2 is released, while for the oxygen aluminum is attached, that is it. Okay. Whenever tertiary butyl alcohol is treated with aluminum, you are going to get the aluminum tertiary butoxide as a product with the release of the hydrogen, with the release of the hydrogen. As you know the how to balance the chemical reaction, just cross check the these numbers, so you can able to get this balanced chemical reaction. Clear? So, let me tell you one more by taking the phenol. Whenever phenol, okay, whenever phenol is treated with the sodium, there is a formation of the sodium phenoxide, sodium phenoxide, with the release of the H2. So, as it is H2, I will make here 2, here also 2 and then 2. It is correct. Whenever phenol is treated with the sodium, there is a formation of the sodium phenoxide. Even we can prepare the sodium phenoxide, that is this product, by treating phenol with, whenever phenol is treated with aqueous sodium hydroxide, whenever phenol is treated with aqueous sodium hydroxide, there is a formation of the sodium phenoxide, there is a formation of the sodium phenoxide with the release of the water. This is also one more possibility where we can able to prepare the sodium phenoxide by treating the phenol with the aqueous sodium hydroxide. Okay. So, these are the all reactions where we can tell that there is always cleavage of the OH bond, there is always cleavage of the OH bond will going to be takes place. So, in case of H, one more metal will going to be attached. So, once again I will tell you, we are discussing about the chemical reactions of the alcohols which involve in the OH bond cleavage. First of all, the alcohols acts as a weak acid, as it acts as an acid because it can able to donate the proton like H plus. So, how it is possible? ROH, it will going to release a H plus and then there is a formation of the alkoxide will going to be takes place. And particularly we are talking about the reaction with the metals. So, whenever alcohols or phenols are treated with a metal like sodium, potassium, aluminum, there is a formation of the respective, that I am telling you, if it is sodium it will be sodium, if it is aluminum, potassium, like that respective alkoxide formation will be there, along with that hydrogen will be there, one more product hydrogen will going to be released. So, generally if I wrote ROH is the alcohol, whenever it is treated with the sodium metal, whenever it is treated with the sodium metal, There is a formation of the sodium alkoxide with the release of the hydrogen. Simply OH bond is broken, in the place of H sodium is replaced. So, sodium alkoxide is formed along with the release of the hydrogen. Okay. So, if I took one more example, if the tertiary butyl alcohol is treated with aluminum, there is also OH bond cleavage will going to be takes place, aluminum will going to replace this hydrogen, there is a formation of the aluminum tertiary butoxide. Aluminum tertiary butoxide will going to be formed along with hydrogen is released. And we are now we discussed about the alcohol. What about phenol? Suppose phenol is treated with the sodium metal, there is a formation of the sodium phenoxide with the release of the H2. And repeatedly I am telling you, whenever it is treated with metal, there is a release of the H2. Even the sodium phenoxide can be prepared by using one more method, that is react the phenol with aqueous NaOH. If the phenol and aqueous NaOH both are reacted with each other, means there is also the formation of the sodium phenoxide along with the water, because here we are not using the metal, we are using the sodium hydroxide, we are not using the sodium. If we are using the sodium, there is a release of the hydrogen. Okay. So, this is also the one more method where we can able to prepare the sodium phenoxide by using the phenol and aqueous NaOH, and this reaction comes in the category of this one. Okay. Whenever phenol is treated with a metal, there is a formation of the alkoxide, that is phenoxide. Alkoxide, respective alkoxide or phenoxide, we can say. Whenever phenol is taken, phenoxide will be the product along with the release of the hydrogen. Clear? So, these are the reactions which we are going to discuss where the OH bond cleavage will going to be takes place. So, now we will discuss about the acidic nature of the alcohol. As I said you, alcohol acts as a weak acid. So, it acts as a Bronsted-Lowry acid. Bronsted-Lowry acid. It means it can able to donate the proton. How exactly it can able to give the proton? See here, alcohol acts as a acid. Okay. Whenever it is treated with any base, whenever it is treated with any one base, it is a base. As you know, base is electron rich. Okay. So, it is treated with a base. This base will going to abstract this proton from the alcohol, because alcohol is ready to give the this hydrogen, and this bond is shifted here. This bond is shifted here. So, what is the product? RO plus BH. Yes or no? RO, and then there is a formation of the BH. See here, alcohol acts as a Bronsted-Lowry acid because it can able to give its hydrogen, it can able to give its proton to the base. So, these two, here it is a acid while it is a base. Okay. So, this acid, just you look at these two, this product is a conjugate base. This is the conjugate base of this acid. What is the meaning of conjugate base? Is nothing but in between this acid and base there must be difference of H plus. What is the difference? Here H is there, here H is not there. It means both are differ by the proton. So, this acid, for this acid, this will be the conjugate base. This is the conjugate acid base pair. This is the first conjugate acid base pair. Okay. Just you look at this one. Here it is a base. Here it got the H here. It means for this base, BH is the conjugate acid. BH is the conjugate acid. So, this is the one more conjugate acid base pair. Already you know this concept from your first PUC. Alcohol acts as an acid, so it is reacted with a base. What happens? It will going to donate its proton to the base, so there is a formation of the conjugate acid like BH, and alcohol lost its proton, it become conjugate base. See here, this is the acid and here its conjugate base is present. What is the conjugate acid and base? Is nothing but both are differ by the proton. See here ROH is there, here RO minus is there. Only the difference, it means both are differ by the proton H plus. So these two pair is nothing but a conjugate acid base pair. Similarly, here it is a base, it abstracts the proton from the alcohol, it become conjugate acid. See here, this is one more conjugate acid base pair. Okay, always the conjugate, if this acid is strong, suppose this acid is strong means its conjugate base will be weak, or if it is strong means that will be the weak. Only the thing we want to tell you that the alcohol acts as a Bronsted-Lowry acid, it means it can able to donate its proton. Clear? So this is how we can explain by taking the conjugate acid base pair concept. So let's discuss about the acidic strength of the alcohol. So in the alcohol there are three categories, as you know: primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, tertiary alcohol. So primary alcohol means for which carbon OH is attached, that must be attached to a one more alkyl group. This R must consisting of the single carbon. Secondary is nothing but yes or no, and tertiary alcohol is nothing but suppose this carbon which is attached to OH is attached to a single carbon, primary alcohol. If it is attached to the two carbons, secondary. If it is attached to the three carbons, R is nothing but alkyl group, either it may be CH3, C2H5 or C3H5, C3, okay, like this. The groups will be there. It means those includes the, what we can say, carbon. It means if it is a carbon means two carbon means secondary, three carbon means tertiary. Like this we can able to explain. That is methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl, pentyl, like this groups must be there in case of the R. So always the acidic strength of the, so there will be a order I am going to write, that is the acidic strength order will be very important. The acidic strength decreases in the order of primary alcohol is somewhat more acidic as compared with the secondary alcohol, as compared with the tertiary alcohol. So why it happens? Actually, why it happens? Let me explain you. Suppose primary I will take like this, and secondary like this, and tertiary. Okay. See here, this alkyl group is electron releasing group like CH3, C2H5, etc. Okay. Suppose if it is a electron releasing group, see, if this group is electron releasing, it means it shows the I effect, and what happens, the electron density on the oxygen will going to be increase, yes or no? The electron density on the oxygen will going to be increase. So if the electron density on the oxygen is increasing means whether it will easily lose its H, because if it is becoming more negative means it will attract the positive, no. If it is becoming more negative means it will attract the positive. That's why it is not ready to easily remove the H, because this group is electron donating, that is electron releasing towards the oxygen. Somewhat oxygen become more electronegative. If it become more negative charge means it will attract the positive. Easily it will not going to give the H. This is in case of primary. Just you think about secondary. In secondary, 2 groups are there to donate. Here 2 groups are there to donate, so that the negative charge on the oxygen is more developed. So it is very difficult to remove the hydrogen from this when it is a secondary. Then what about tertiary alcohol? What about tertiary? So what happens in case of tertiary alcohol, as 3 groups are electron releasing groups, so what happens? The electron density on the oxygen will be increased. It increases means what? It is not ready to give this proton. That's why always the acidic strength will be written in the order of primary alcohol is somewhat more acidic as compared to the secondary, as compared with the tertiary alcohol. More the H plus giving capacity, that will be the strong acid. If the H plus completely dissociate means that will be the strong acid. So here what happens? In primary somewhat only one electron releasing group is there, somewhat it can give its H. But in case of secondary it is quite difficult. In case of tertiary it is too much difficult, because 3 groups are there to make the electron rich center on the oxygen. That oxygen is not ready to give up its proton. So this is how we can explain the acidic strength of the alcohol. Always you keep in mind this order. Primary, the acidic strength decreasing in the order of primary is more acidic as compared to secondary, as compared with the tertiary alcohol. So let me talk about one more thing here only, that is by taking water. Water is more acidic. Water is more acidic as compared to alcohol, See here, in case of water, we are talking about alcohol first, ROH, and here it will be a electron releasing group, so the negative charge will be developed on the oxygen. It is not ready to give this hydrogen. Okay, but what about water? It is like this. This H will not going to donate anything to oxygen. This is the H which does not give any electron density towards the oxygen. So it means easily this proton can be released. As compared with the ROH. Okay, so the acid acts as a water acts as a acid. So whenever this acid is treated with any one of the base, like alkoxide I am going to take, if it is treated with a base, what happens? Base will going to abstract the proton. And this is shifted here. So there is a formation of the ROH, yes or no, plus OH minus. See here, it is the acid. Just you look at the product side where H is less. Here, this product is the conjugate base. This is the conjugate base. Yes or no? Explained just now, here only same thing. This is the acid means here one OH is there, it differ by the one of the proton in between these two. So it is a conjugate base. Now just look at this, these two. This is the base and ROH is its conjugate acid. It is the conjugate acid. So one more thing I want to tell you, if the acid is strong, its conjugate base will be weak. If it is weak means conjugate part will be opposite to that one. Okay, so here like this we can tell that water is more acidic as compared to alcohol, because there is no electron releasing groups in the water as compared with our alcohol. See here, so once again I will tell you regarding the acidic nature of the alcohol. Alcohol acts as a Bronsted-Lowry acid. It means it can able to donate its proton. See here, this is the ROH, that is alcohol, acts as a acid whenever it is reacted with a base. What is the work of base? Base will going to abstract the proton from the acid, that is alcohol. It will going to abstract and it is separated as conjugate acid. There is a formation of the conjugate base, and this acid and this conjugate base is nothing but conjugate acid base pair. Okay. Now, let us talk about the acidic strength of the alcohol. Always the acidic strength will going to be in the order of primary alcohol is somewhat more acidic as compared with secondary, as compared with the tertiary, because as we are looking towards the primary, secondary, tertiary, the electron releasing groups are increasing. See here, electron releasing groups are increasing. When the electron releasing groups are increasing, oxygen is not ready to give up its proton. So, oxygen is not ready to give up its proton means what about its acidic nature? It will be obviously, it will be a less. So, the order will be primary, secondary, tertiary. And if we look at the water in comparison with the alcohol, water is somewhat more acidic as compared with the alcohol, because there is no electron releasing group. Here in ROH, this is the electron releasing group R, but in case of water, there is no electron releasing group. So, easily it can donate its proton to the base. So, there is here also in this reaction also conjugate acid base pair is available. Okay. I hope so this concept is clear for you all, and further we are going to discuss few more important concepts in our next class. Until that, keep watching the video. Thank you.